What's up, YouTube? This is PZZSian here. Welcome to part 2 of attempting to repair my iMac. Alright, so before we go ahead and get into this, I am going to go ahead and let you guys know that this video does have a very strong potential of being quite long. Obviously, you can look at the video length down below and the little scrubber bar thing. Just saying, this video probably will go over for 30 minutes long. I would not be surprised about that at all. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, what we're currently looking at right here is Newegg's website. All right. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who haven't really been following what's been going on with my iMac, I'll give you the brief synopsis. Basically, I was using my iMac and when I was going to turn it off, my iMac completely locked up. Turns out it was a hard drive failure because a few days later I'd actually turned it on and only to see the blinking question mark in a folder icon appear instead of the Apple logo. So that basically means that there's a hard drive issue. A couple days after that I made a video about it, and then my next video after that one was actually part 1 of this little series where I actually went in, got my hands dirty, took my iMac apart so I could get to the hard drive. I was going to check the connectors, the SATA connectors, because I was thinking maybe one's come loose. But as it turns out, they were both pretty much firmly attached. Actually, they were very firmly attached. The problem is that the hard drive itself was actually dead, as I soon found out when I plugged the drive into this particular computer, only to find that nothing happened. All I heard was a click of death, which was kind of unfortunate. So anyways, that happened about 2 months or so ago. My iMac's just kind of been sitting around doing nothing, just kind of rotting. I have been, experimenting with it, kind of messing around in the terminal using some install disks, like my Snow Leopard install disk. And I recently made a Mountain Lion install disk. Been messing around with the terminal to see if I can, fix the partition map, which obviously isn't really going to work. I mean, there probably is a way to do it, but I'm pretty sure that it's pretty far-fetched. The drive it shows up as being 0 kilobytes. It doesn't have a name. The computer doesn't really even know what it is. So, I think the hard drive is basically done. Actually, what I think happened is that since it does still spin up and initialize, I think what actually happened is the PCB on the back of it actually wound up failing, or something happened on that. So I think that's what the actual problem is. So I've decided that I'm tired of actually messing around. I actually want to get that thing back up and running because I actually really miss using it. So what we're looking at right here, as I said, Newegg.com. This is a hard drive that I came across. I was browsing around this website yesterday, and this is a hard drive that I came across. As you can see, it is a Western Digital Blue 500 gigabyte, 7200 RPM, internal 3.5-inch hard drive. And that is that. So, after doing a little bit of browsing, I have basically decided that this is going to be the hard drive that I get to replace my current one. Because you see, originally I wanted to, if I were to get a new hard drive, I was thinking that I want to get a fairly large one, like a multi-terabyte hard drive. Because why not? I'm a fan of storage space. But as I really thought about it, A, I don't really want to spend a lot of money on this, and B, I really don't need that much storage space. I actually really don't, because what I've actually been wanting to use that computer for mainly is maybe to do my homework in my bedroom without having to bring my laptop with me. If I if I feel like doing my work in my bedroom, I'd rather use that because it's there and it's a dedicated thing, as opposed to my my MacBook. So, plus, yeah, so, there you go, that's that. And, obviously, watching some YouTube videos on it. Obviously, that nice large 24-inch screen is good for that. So, obviously, want to watch YouTube videos on it some. So, yeah, obviously, I'm not going to really be doing a whole lot of storing data on there. In fact, if I were to put any data on there, it'd probably be like a text edit document or a Pages document. And even still, if I were to actually save something like that, I'd probably save it on iCloud because I'd then want to access it on this computer so I could have it on this computer for school, so I can actually bring it to school. So there you go. I really do not need that big of a hard drive. I honestly could go for a smaller hard drive and still be happy, but the reason why I'm not is, excuse me, that was weird. The reason why I'm not is because just so I can be on the safe side, I am going to be obviously restoring from Time Machine, and I figured, I'd rather get if anything, a slightly larger hard drive just to make sure that I can accommodate everything that's currently on it. So 500 gigabytes should suffice, and I think it will. As you can see, the price on this is basically screaming, buy me now. This is the drive that you're going to buy. Look at that, 60 bucks, okay? There might be tax included with this, I'm not really sure, but as you can see, it does have free 2-day shipping, which is very good. As you can see, it's got 4 eggs out of 5 right here, and look at all the ratings it's gotten. There's obviously, I was reading the reviews, there are a few people who've complained about it, having been, dead on arrival. That happens. That's actually, I've just come to the conclusion that that is a thing to expect with hard drives. So I'm very much aware that this could come to me dead, but like I say, 2-day shipping is not that long. I could easily send it back if that's the case, and get it replaced. So we shall see what happens. Hopefully, though, I will end up being lucky. So yeah, what I'm going to go ahead and do, obviously I'm going to do this off camera, is I am going to place an order for this drive, all right? That's basically that. So I am pretty much confident in this purchase. I'm feeling very much like this will be, that I'll be happy with it. So I am going to go ahead, like I say, and I'm going to place the order for this, and well, for you guys it'll be instant, but in about 2 days for me, 2 or so days for me, we will end up receiving the drive. I don't know if I'll actually get around to installing it or opening it up within the 2 days, because obviously I will have school and stuff, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, so that will be that. So like I say, this intro is 7 minutes long. Actually, I really tried to keep it under 7 minutes because my last take of this was 7 minutes, but I'm actually pretty happy with this one, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave it at that. So yeah, I will see you guys after I receive the drive, so stay tuned. Alright, it is the 23rd of October, 2013. It is 3:48 p.m. And what we got going on here is I am currently downloading OS X Mavericks. My hard drive is supposed to arrive today. According to the tracking website, it's going to be getting here today. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and begin the process of making an OS X Mavericks install disk. Alright? Now, something to make sure of is that your disk that you're going to be using, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it that well, you want to make sure that your disk is going to be a DVD dual layer. It's very important that's dual layer, alright? This thing can hold up to 8 gigabytes from what it looks like. 8.5 gigabytes, and this file here is about 5 gigabytes, so you need to make sure this is a dual layer disk, otherwise you will not be able to fit it on there. So I've got my blank dual layer disk right here, and yeah, I'm just letting this thing download, so stay tuned. Alright, so OS X Mavericks is finished installing. And what you're going to want to do when it's done installing, if you want to make a disk, is make sure that you've got it, install OS X, and then do Command Q. Alright, now go to your Applications folder. Oop, not Documents, Applications. Go to Finder. And then, let me get zoomed in here. And then what you want to do is you want to find the OS X Mavericks installer. Where is it? Here it is. Right click, show package contents, and then do contents, shared support. There it is. Install esd.dmg. Go ahead and double click on that, and what that's going to do is it's going to mount. So give it some time to do that. Okay, and then you're going to open up your disk utility when you see this icon appear, which is called install ESD, OS X install ESD. You're going to click on disk utility, and then go ahead and get your disk ready. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pop this into the disk drive. Alright, and then we're going to wait for that to appear in this little side thing. Alright, once you see this, go ahead and just click ignore. You might hear some Facebook notifications, by the way. Just don't get confused with your own. Right click on this. Yes, you want to right click on the install ESD. Now you'll note I have two. This one is for Snow Leopard. For Mountain Lion. This one is for Mavericks. And you're going to click on burn install esd.dmg. So let's go ahead and let's do that. There goes Facebook. Maximum possible. Yeah, that should be fine. If you want to, you can verify the burn data. Let's just go ahead and let it burn. Let it burn. In the meantime, let's go ahead and let's open this thing. Yeah. Okie dokie. Here we go. Out of the way. So, let's go ahead and open this up. Like I said, I got this today. Current time is 5:28. I got it about, I'd say 5 or 10 minutes ago. I'm actually going to say 5 minutes ago, so around 5:24. Yeah, I actually got it a day early, so make of that what you will. I do miss I was watching some videos on this, on Newegg hard drives. I wish the boxes still said, feel free to, or go ahead, review me. I like that, but instead it just says, once you know, you Newegg. And it looks like it says the same thing over here on this side, but there is a sticker, which I'm not going to show you because it actually has my address on it. So let's go ahead and crack into this. Alright. Oh, let's do it this way. We can help. Alright, is that it? Okay. And inside, we should find, ooh, we got some little lovely papers. And the hard drive is right here, which we're going to carefully remove, carefully liberate from the box. Go ahead and close this up. And let's see. You know what? Well, let's do that after the fact. How does this come out? It looks like just like this, actually. No, it's got tape on it. Come on. Here we go. It's gonna explode! Ah. I hate it when these things pop. It's so loud. Ooh, wow, that's cold. Wow, that is cold. It is really, really cold outside. Here it is. Let me go ahead and let me show it to you. It is a 500 gigabyte SATA, all that such, WD Blue. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and actually let this sit, cool out, or warm up to room temperature, because it is absolutely freezing, guys. It is seriously like as cold as an ice cube. I'm not even going to make sure that it is nice and warm before I go ahead and test it, because I don't want any condensation that might be in there to cause us any problems. So I'm going to go and stuff this back in here. This is some really wild packaging, guys. Like, seriously? Look at that. You guys seeing that? That's crazy. So yeah, drop dead deals. And on this side, look, they got Link. Unfortunately, that's the only one I can actually recognize. That's a shame. Oh, there's a Stormtrooper and all that fun stuff. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead, like I say, I'm going to go and let my hard drive warm up a little bit. While that's happening, I'm probably going to make myself some dinner because I'm quite a bit hungry. And yeah. And there we go. That's done. Ooh, wow, that wrote a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and test this drive, but I figured might as well go ahead and take the little anti-static bag off of it for the first time, just because, why not? This is my first time doing this ever. Might never get to do it again, you never know. Well, actually, if I go into my major, which is computer information systems, I'll probably be doing that a lot. So let me go ahead and let me just touch my laptop. just because it's metal, and okay, so hopefully that'll suffice. And here it is, El Hard Drive, Caviar Blue, desktop hard drive. So let's go ahead and attach these two bits to it, and we will see if it still works. Let's do this. Okay, so here we go. Will it power on? Here we go. Ready? Steady. Sounds like it does. Let me go ahead and let me disconnect the power. Ooh, maybe I should have not disconnected the power, but hang on. Just in case y'all couldn't hear it like I said. It's a brand new drive, so it's pretty quiet. Let's go ahead and let's plug it into my laptop. And let's see if we get anything. Ready? And this disk was not readable by our computer. Let's see. Now, that doesn't sound too good. Okay, well, I'm going to try something else here. Let's go ahead and let's shut this computer down all the way. Because, I think what the problem is that it's the wrong file system type. I don't know why I couldn't just go in though and actually do it directly from disk utility. That was kind of weird. But I am wondering if I can do this. Holding Alt. Holding Alt, holding Alt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to boot into the recovery. Here we go. We're now in the recovery. Going to open up reinstall OS 10. Alright. Continue. Now I'm not going to install this on the internal disk, obviously. I'm going to hit agree. Agree. Yeah, wait a minute, where is it? Crap. That looks familiar. Could it be the fact that I am using this adapter that's designed for external hard drives? I just unplugged the USB port. Plug it back in. I am curious. Like, I want to... Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Disk 13.0. No, never mind. I got my hopes up. Why is it saying it's disk 13S0? Alright guys, as crazy as this may sound, I still want to go through and put this disk in. I want to put the hard drive into my iMac. Here's why. I'm thinking maybe there's something going on in this little circuit board here that I don't know, that I didn't know about. It might be thinking it's that disk right there could be configured in such a way. I don't see any like jumpers on it or anything, but it could be configured in such a way to where any old disk won't work with it, even a Western Digital disk like this one is. So, that is my theory. I'm thinking we're going to follow through with this, and we're actually going to put this in my iMac. So, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug this. I'm going to go and disconnect the power. Maybe. Actually, I'm going to unplug it over here. And then I'm going to disconnect power. Well, let's do this. Okay, so let's get into the operation. Now, I do, as you know, in part 0, I showed myself taking apart the iMac, so I'm not going to be really spending a whole lot of time showing that. But I think I'm probably going to do more of a montage. Not really a montage, more of like a step-by-step type deal. So that way it could actually probably be used as a tutorial, yet still be shorter, hopefully, than it was last time. So, step 1 is clear your desk off, just because you're going to be about to slide your iMac forwards. So just make sure you have ample room to do that. Then step 2, go ahead and unplug the power. Power disconnected. Set it over there. Okay, step 3, unplug any peripherals. Keyboard disconnected, although I'm going to leave it there. And then step 4, go ahead and slide your iMac forwards a bit. Alright, step 6, you want to go ahead and unscrew this screw down here at the bottom. Alright. Then step 7, go ahead and I'm going to hold on to the base here. I want to pull out the tape, and then pull firmly downwards. Pop out the RAM. There's one. There's another one over here. There's 2. Do not put the access door back on. Alright, step 8, I believe. You want to take a suction cup and put it in the middle of the glass. Yeah, that's definitely sucking. Activate and pull up. Now, step 9, you want to remove all of the screws around this bezel. I believe there's 12 of them, and they're all T8. Now, something to keep note of is that the ones down here at the bottom are different, significantly different, than the ones at the top. So you want to go ahead and get yourself some things to organize your screws with. After having removed the 12 screws, you got to also keep in mind that some of these screws, like these 2 here, I think are a little bit longer than the ones on the outside. You got to make sure that maybe you make notes in like a notepad or something, so that way you will know about because some of these are a little bit different. But once you got them all removed, go ahead and carefully lift the screen up, being wary of the cable back here. You're going to make sure you need to disconnect that. Mine is already broken thanks to the previous owners of this though, so I'm still going to be careful though. You don't want to just rip it off. Alright, there you go. And what I like to do is I like to snap this to my glass, just so that they stay together, since they are both basically the same piece. Okay, after removing your panel, good grief, stupid shadows, you're going to want to remove this plug right here. Just like that, the one on the right. And then you're going to want to unscrew those 2, I think those are T6 screws, and then you're going to want to unplug that connector right there. After having removed those screws, you can simply come in here, let me make sure you're grounded, and pull the plug straight. Oh, what the heck? You want to pull the plug straight up and away, like so. For some reason that was a little bit harder to do than I remember. Next up, you want to remove the 8 T8 screws along where the LCD panel is. Okay, this is very important, the next step. Once you've removed all your screws, you're going to lift the LCD panel from the left, pivoting it to the right. Okay, just like so. It is a little bit on the heavy side. Okay, it wasn't caught on anything. Now, I'm just going to have to pretend that you can see this. Do you see this connector right under the screen? There's tape covering it. Just peel back some of this tape until you can see a connector right here. Again, I am just hoping and praying y'all can see that. Can you? No. Freak. Hang on. Ready to take a tumble. Maybe. We can do this. I'm going to show you where this cable is, because this is much better of a deal. There it is. See that? Disconnect that cable. I think it's got one of those little latches on it. Disconnect that, so that way you don't have to play with the power supply. Once you get that disconnected from the underside of the LCD panel, just lift it from both sides and then carefully set it down. Okay, so here we go. This is where we have been trying to get to. There is our hard drive, which is dead, as you know. So let's go ahead and let's get that out. Okay, so the way you're going to go about getting your hard drive out, actually before you do that, go ahead and remove the little thermal sensor, which is that thing right there. I've got mine taped down. I'm going to actually take the tape completely off. Alright. I'll probably use some brand new tape on it. So, to get this out, it's going to require a little bit of force. Okay, I'm going to hold on to this while I do this. Come at it like such, and you see this big black tab here? You're going to squeeze that, and then going to lift up. It takes quite a bit of force. You're going to have to squeeze hard. Oh, we also need to disconnect the data and power. There we go. There's our hard drive. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's put this whole mounting system, let's take it off of this old hard drive and put it onto this new hard drive. So let's go ahead and let's take this old or new hard drive out, and let's set it on top of this. Alright, okay, so the first thing you are going to want to do is you're going to want to get your T6 driver. Also, go ahead and make sure that these drives are oriented the same way. Like, there's my SATA on the new one, there's my SATA on the old one. Can y'all see that? Let me take y'all off here. See how they are the same orientation? Just so that way you can go ahead and make this a heck of a whole lot easier and a lot quicker on you. So what I'm going to do is, using my T6, I'm going to remove these two little nubs. So here's this one. Yeah, that's T8. Wow, I thought that was a T6. I really did. So unscrew. And as we're taking these out, look, it even got a little bit of Loctite on it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put it on the new drive, just to make life a little easier on ourselves. So let's take the new drive and put that there. Alright, here we go. Come on. You can do it. Be a good drive. Alright. So there we go. And then take the other one off. So you can see where these things are going. They're going on the outside of our drive here. Alright, so let's get that started. Maybe if I can. Yep, it's in there. Alright, let's go ahead. Screw that in. Oop. There we go. It's in. Now, before we do anything else, I want to check the jumpers on this. I don't see any jumpers. So, okay. I was actually a little bit surprised by that. I thought there'd be jumpers on there. Okay, so now I'm going to go and move my Torx bit out of the way because I don't think I need it for this next thing. I would be incorrect about that. We do need the T8, and I believe it's still the T8. Now we're going to get this piece off. And what we're going to do for that is just take the T8 again. You'll note we've got some screws on it. Go ahead and take those screws off. I was sitting off to an angle so you guys could have a good view of this. Just go ahead and take those two screws out. Alright. Boom. Is that metal? Oh no, it just sounds like it's metal, jeez. Okay, this hard drive, let's set it over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this on our new drive. Circuit board facing us, you're going to put it on with the little tab. the tab part here facing upwards, and then you're just going to reattach those screws. So let's go ahead and do that. And while that's still loose, I'm going to go ahead and actually put in the other screw. Just because of that rubbery feature on it, because that'll probably make life a little bit easier on us. Alright, that's in. Let's go ahead and tighten it down. Don't go too terribly tight on this. Just give it a nice little snugging, and that'll be it. Nothing more than that. And bam, there we go. New drive has been put into the mounting system. 500 gigabytes. Let's go ahead and install. Alright, y'all are just going to have to bear with this view. I know it's not the best, but this is the best I can do for right now. So, what we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to go ahead and first make sure this is out of the way, which it was going to do that on us. Okay, let's just make it snag on that. Go ahead and connect your power and your data. Thank goodness there is rubber around that, because I would have probably killed myself on that by now. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and make sure these little, the little pegs that we attached to it are going into their respective little slots. Boom. And when they are, let's press down. You'll hear a click. And it's in. Just like that. And now what we need to do is we need to put this crazy thing back together. So let's do that, shall we? It's basically the reverse of everything else you've done. Let me go ahead and get you a shot of the new hard drive. Even though it looks completely identical to the other one, with the exception that seems to be pink. A little bit right there is pink, unlike the old one, which is all black right there. So yeah, commence the time lapse. Actually, wait, we forgot something. Wow, we forgot to connect the thermal connection device. Let me get you a shot of this. See that little guy right there? Just go ahead and tape that to the drive. And my battery is blinking. Here we go. Wow. Okay, take two, time lapse. Starting now. Alright, Alrighty, how long was that? 20-minute reassembly. So, hopefully this worked out. I think it did. So I'm going to go ahead and, yeah. Alright, everything has been hooked up. Access doors have been put back on. I forgot to include the 4 bottom screws, so I actually had to go back in and put those in. So some of y'all might have caught that, but they're in there now. Don't worry. Anyways, for the cinematic effect, let's go ahead and just turn the lights off. Prepare for darkness, because it is actually nighttime. And let's go ahead and let us see what happens. Now, let's just do it. Get a bong. Good. But, as I'm sure some of y'all will be able to figure out quite intuitively, it's going to seem like nothing has happened. And that is because there is still nothing to boot from. We need to put an operating system on it. So, that is what we are about to do. And I think I'm going to do Mavericks. Let's just go all out. See, there's the blinking question mark again. So, what I think I'm going to do is, depending on how long this video is at least, if it's like super duper long, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this video here, and then you'll have to go to part 3 to get the OS installed, or, you know, I'll just keep going in this part and we'll see what happens. So, yeah, if this video ends, then make sure to check out part 3.